What's going on, YouTube? I have in front of me the off-season roster. It has 87 players, and by the end of the day, we need to get it down to 52. So, rookie minicamp has just ended. We've seen some developments with some of the players. Terry McLaurin's contract is still in the works. So, I thought, hey, this is way too early. We're still about 2.5 months before we actually see what this final roster will look like, but it needs to be 52. So, how are we going to get there? I'm going to start first on offense, and we're going to look at, I think, wide receivers first. So here we go. We have the three position groups of wide receivers, a slot, and each outside. I'm going to start this off. I'm thinking we're going to take at least 6 receivers. We're going to keep 6, probably 7. Brian Johnson has already been cut. So there's down 1. So I think definitely Kyrick McGowan. Haven't heard anything from him. Markin Michel, Sonny Michel's brother. I don't think he'll be able to keep up with the team when it comes down to the 52-man. I think Dax Milne is going to be a practice squad player, especially since we got Alec Erickson returning now. There's not a huge need for Dax Milne, our 7th round pick from, I guess, 2 years ago now. Cam Sims is fighting for his spot. I think he's going to stick around. De'Ami Brown will stick around. Antonio Gandy-Golden is already wanting to be a tight end, so we'll move him over there for the time being. So here we are. We have 8. We have to make a decision. Who will stay and who will go? Jaquez Ezzard, I'm really excited for him, but I just don't see any way that he'll stick around. And Kelvin Harmon, God, I want him to stick around, but I don't think he will, just because of how few people we're going to need to keep around. But if there are any injuries, knock on wood, hopefully there aren't, I think he'll definitely be called up, especially now that he's healthy. So we'll keep him over there for the time being. So here we go. Here are the 6 receivers, which I'm predicting will stick around. Let's move down to the running backs. Reggie Bonifone, John Williams, Jarrett Patterson. I don't think they're going to be able to make the cut, especially with our rookie, Brian Robinson from Bama, who has awesome upside. Of course, we're keeping J.D. McKissick. Massive benefit to keeping J.D. Alex Armah, fullback. We don't really use a fullback in our current schemes, and where we could, we'd probably just use John Bates. So he was a practice squad player last year. We got him from the Saints practice squad. He's bounced around a lot. He was a Panther, that's why he's sticking around. But here are the 3 running backs, which I believe Washington is going to keep a hold on. So let's move on to tight ends now. I'm thinking we keep 3 to 4 tight ends, 4 at most. It's really a matter of, out of these bottom 4, who sticks around. And, with Logan Thomas being injured, he'll probably start on the PUP list. One of these guys is going to have to stick around. It's either probably going to be Sam Reyes or Antonio Gandy-Golden. People are really pulling for Gandy-Golden. I'm not sold on it. I also really like Armani Rogers. He used to be a quarterback, played in the Senior Bowl as a tight end. Totally showed out. Massive potential. Could be a mentee of Logan Thomas. But just because of the fact that Ron loves his diversity and players who can be versatile, I think Sammis Reyes will probably be, even Armani Rogers probably, sent to the practice squad. Cole Turner is a beast. I don't think Curtis Hodges makes the cut, unfortunately. And Antonio Gandy Golden etches his place as the fourth tight end. Quarterback, it really, Cole Kelly is kind of that, who was that guy from Nevada that we had? Steven Montez. He's that Steven Montez type of guy that's just going to be on the practice squad, especially after what happened in recent years with how we came down to having our fourth string quarterback in. We're definitely going to have Cole Kelly on the practice squad. Sam Howell is going to learn behind Carson and Heineke for at least a year, probably two, for the best, hopefully, his entire contract, because Carson Wentz is our guy, knock on wood. Everything turns out good, and he's an MVP caliber quarterback. We'll see, though, looking back on it. So now we come to our O-line. Charles Leno, Norwell, Chase Roulier is injured. I think Tyler Larson is too. But we have a lot of versatility. I think Trey Turner is going to start at right guard, and Wes is probably going to start at center until Chase can come back. Cosme and Corn Lucas are going to stick around. And we have the rookie Chris Paul, not the basketball player. But these dudes are probably not going to make the cut. John Toth was around last year. He'll probably be a practice squad type of guy. Tyrese Robinson, Deion Calhoun, and Bo Benchwazel. I don't think they make the cut. Keith Ishmael, for the time being, I think he's probably going to be a practice squad player. And I don't really know who Drew Himmelman is. He'll probably be a practice squad player. And like I said, these two guys are injured. So this is how I see week one playing out preemptively. Hopefully we won't, hopefully everyone stays healthy. But in case anything happens, this is what the starting week is going to look like. For, you can totally move players around. That's Ron Rivera's kind of ideal situation, is having people who can play multiple positions. But yeah, week one, if Chase and Tyler are still hurt, we have, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8 linemen who can start, and they're really good. We have a fantastic O-line coach, so I have no doubts everything will be okay. A lot of knocking on wood, a ton of knocking on wood. But here we go, let's go up to defense now. John Allen, F.A. Obata, Montez Sweat, Deron Payne, Phil Mathis. Yeah. Let's kick it off. Just making so much depth. Not all of it is super high quality, but these guys are human. I don't mean to say it like that. David Bada, I really hope he can make the practice squad. I don't know about that though. He's the guy from Germany. I just don't know if he can really keep up with our with American players. His technique isn't truly there. Casey Toohill and Shaka Tony played last year, so they have experience under Ron's system, and just because of that, I think they're going to stick around. James Smith-Williams, same story. You know, I feel like we're going to keep 4 tackles. Maybe we'll keep 5. Who knows? I think we're slowly moving away from rotational people. So I think Phil Mathis will probably be the nose tackle. I'll have him in the middle. Right here. Alright. I'll even do this, just to make it look nicer. He's kind of that nose tackle type of guy that Deron Payne has been playing. He's not the best nose tackle, and I think he definitely knows that too. He's a right interior D lineman, so this will hopefully kind of let everybody play to their own strengths. And so there we go. There are, what is that, 10 D linemen. I might have to put somebody on the practice squad. We'll see though how many people we have. Jamin Davis is our premier outside linebacker. He really picked up being an outside linebacker at the end of last season. Not quite there yet with the mic, but that's why we have Cole Holcomb. And Khaleke Hudson is probably, right now he's the third string, or he's the third linebacker, starting linebacker, I guess. He's the second outside linebacker. So we had Milo Eifler come in last year on Monday Night Football. If you remember, he had a funny intro, which was a lack thereof, against the Cowboys. Bryce Notree, pickup. Dejon Harris, he won't make the cut truly. We only usually have, last year we had 65 snaps where we had 3 linebackers on the field, so take that as you may. But, yeah, I think some variation of I think Drew White from Notre Dame is going to stick around in some capacity. He is a hard hitter and not a lot else. He might actually be relegated to the practice squad. But yeah, David Mayo's there. Jamin Davis, Cole Holcomb. And like I said, I picked up so many guys in the off season that probably one of those guys who I just cut without thinking is probably going to either make the roster or play at some point. I'm even going to do this. I'm taking Khaleke Hudson. I'm moving Milo Eifler up. Khaleke Hudson is coming over here. Oh. Took too much off. There we go. Something like that. And then this guy right here, this is, oh shoot. Let me do this. Alright. Break this out. How do you spell nickel? Yeah, okay. This is going to be the slot for our Buffalo nickel. Okay, I just delete that. Alright. So there you go. There are our 5 linebackers. And so let's see. Let's go up to the corners now. Josh Drayden hasn't really made a big name in the preseason yet. He might when we start playing games. I'm not really sure about either of these guys. Danny Johnson, I feel like he'll be cut just because I think the four corners who are totally going to make it, Ben St. Juste, he's going to be playing that slot role, slot corner. Kendall Fuller, Will Jackson, Christian Holmes. I think Corn Elder is going to make it, even just because that, him and Ron have that history together. Played running back in high school. It's a neat little fact. He has some cool tape from back then on YouTube. So yeah, we're just going to do this. Corn Elder will stick around. And Troy Apke's that special teams player, one of the best special teams. he's a great gunner apparently. So he'll stick around just because of that special teams. And yeah, so it's crazy. He's a cornerback, but whatever. Here are the 6 corners we have now. I feel like Farad Gardner is going to make it in some aspect. Probably he's going to be on special teams, or either special teams or practice squad, something like that. Will Adams hasn't really made a name yet, and Derek Forrest will probably be a backup safety. Personally, I feel like Cam Curl is going to be our Buffalo nickel just because of he's played that in the past and he's excelled at it. So I'll stick him there. And Jeremy Reeves is maybe going to stick around. Percy Butler is going to start somewhere. Probably going to move Bobby McCain since he has experience at strong safety. It's a lie actually. He has an experience period. We'll say that. Percy Butler I think he was the best pure free safety in this draft. So that's where we're going to start him. Hopefully he's Cam Curl 2.0, that late draft gem. Derek Forrest, we're going to move him. He's probably either going to be a free safety right here, or our backup Buffalo nickel. And Jeremy Reeves, because there's been talk about that. Jeremy Reeves, we're sticking him at the backup strong safety. Even though we ran with only 3 safety this past year, we'll stick him right there. So let's do a quick count. 3, 6, 9, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. And 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 23, 25. If I'm not mistaken, that's 55. We have to get down to 51. Am I right? Hold on. 3, 6, 9, 12, 14, 6, 16, 18, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 24. Hold on. 3, 6, 9, 12, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 20, 24. So this is 24 actually. Just because I counted Derek Forrest, he's technically a free safety in Buffalo nickel in this list. And so then we have 3, 6, 9, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 25. Okay. So that is... Oh, wait. That's 49. Right? Yeah, that's 49. Okay. So this is 49. people, starters, not really starters, but they made the active roster. Uh, maybe move Keith Ishmael back in, um, backup center. That way, he played well last year for the most part. He had one bad game, but for the most part, he had like 3 other good games. So in that case, worst comes to worst, someone goes down, knock on wood. Wes Schweitzer can literally play any other position, it feels like. 24, and so that brings us up to 50. And yeah, it's Kelvin Harmon could make a receiver, be a receiver. David Bada could make it. David Bada technically doesn't even count as a hit, since he is an international player, but we just didn't have him on our roster last year for some reason. He was on the practice squad, traveled to games, and I don't know. Drew White, linebacker, Rod Gardner, somewhere up here. Could do this maybe. I don't know. And okay, that's 51. This is 51. Let me highlight those two. So we counted Derek Forrest twice. Let me do this. And David Bada. So there's my rationale. Tell me what you guys think. Tell me I'm crazy. Be nice though. And yeah. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you liked it. Thanks.